are what I describe as debt promises. It's a concept from Mike Brock. What that means is that paper dollars, the US dollar cannot settle and move at the speed of light. When I walk into a Chipotle, when I swipe my card, dollars aren't hopping out of my pocket and into the register. What's actually happening is the banks are promising each other, Jack's good for it. Jack's good for it. Let him eat the burrito. We'll settle later. And who bears the cost of the debt? It's the merchant. They tax the merchant to fund this revolving door of credit. And that's why. So what have banks been doing in the last 60 years if they haven't been innovating? They've been building very sophisticated revolving doors of credit. Now, the innovation, the boom, aha moment, is when you message to a merchant that Jack wants to pay for something, you actually now can send along with it a digital bearer instrument that actually is money in a physical form, but it's digital and it's called Bitcoin. And it can actually hop out of my pocket and into Chipotle's cash register. And that's the innovation, is that the merchant now does not need to trust banks and build credit and debt associations to please give me Jack's money in 30 days because he said he was good for it when he bought this burrito. Now you have a physical bearer instrument that's inherently digital that can settle and move at the speed of light. And so when the merchant gets that message, they also get the money. And that means that you don't have to call the banks and plead them and negotiate them with the concept of interchange and such. And that's why this is such a big deal, is because the message is the money and anyone can build on top of it. The reason that I can't go to Chipotle and check out with my Twitter or my Cash App or whatever, I need a card issued by a bank, is because they've built such sophistication in the regulatory and compliance to give unbacked consumer credit loans. And now that's not a requirement anymore to facilitate commerce because we have a digital bearer instrument that could settle instantly.
Right.
And so I hope we're making sense. That's just a fascinating revolution that's just taken humanity 65 years.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Israel investing in the yuan, moving away from the dollar and the euro. And guys, we know why. They are getting ready for the fourth industrial revolution. We know the central banks are just holding up the dollar. They printed 20% of all money in existence in 1 year. What do you think was going to happen? They're here to destroy the United States economy so China, the dragon, that digital yuan, can rise, backed by that digital SDR. And we know the NWO creates the problem. Wait on the reaction and run in with the solution. And that solution is cryptocurrencies. Money that can settle instantly. Having this new digital economy, nothing will be real. That's the reason why they're bringing on the virtual world. When we look at the Belt and Road, Bretton Woods 2.0, we know that Ripple's XRP, Stellar's XLM, Bitcoin Lightning is going to be so important to the global economy because you'll be able to move from currency to currency frictionless. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Rephrase that a little bit. It's not necessarily spending Bitcoin is the idea. It's that using Bitcoin as a payments network is superior to card processing networks or bank networks or remitting networks like Western Union. If you think of what a payment network is, it's a network that facilitates the transition of value from point A to point B. And the Bitcoin network just does that a lot better. And we can interface it with dollars just like Visa interfaces dollars over debt-based payments and credit card payments. And so I think it's just a superior, it's cheaper, it's faster, it's more global, it's more inclusive, it's more innovative. And it's just the new way we should be conducting payments and transfers of value. Bitcoin as an asset. This is an asset that has a fixed supply, a known issuance, a known monetary policy, and a sufficiently distributed network where you know it will never change. I'm not advocating for people to spend Bitcoin. I'm advocating that how do you actually transport value at the speed of light? I mean, this is a payments network that could move value anywhere in the world at no cost, in real time, and anyone can build on top of it. It's more inclusive, more innovative. And so I'm just saying, if I wanted to, for example, move dollars to euros, I could take dollars out of your Chase account, turn it into Bitcoin, zip it across the planet in real time. It's the only physical bare instrument that can move and settle at the speed of light and then convert it back into euros. To the consumer that's remitting money or to the consumer that's buying Chipotle, they don't know Bitcoin is involved. So whether you want to have a stable coin on one end, whether you want to have a euro, whether you want to have Starbucks points, it's the payment network that facilitates the settlement of value is the disruptor here. It's not necessarily what the consumer or the merchant or the remitting payment or the B2B, what they want to hold and interface with. It's the rails under the hood.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.